we are back in the OpenText studio. I'm joined here by Prischal Bahgoo from VIC IT Consulting. Thanks for taking the time. It's a very busy day for everyone, so we do appreciate you carving out a bit of time for us.
Fantastic. Thank you, Robin.
Cool. So I guess for people that are tuning into the live stream, your role at VIC IT, kind of what are you overseeing?
So let's just start at the top. I used to be a project manager on the technical operations side, moved into a bit of a salesy role. Obviously, there were some changes in the organization. Now that we've obviously spread our wings into the likes of India as well, I had to basically get onto the global footprint now. With that being said, I currently hold the title of GM and / CISO as well, but obviously managing a team of 64 engineers.
All right. And what is that, how is that for you? Can I imagine
lots of sleepless nights.
Sure.
My team is always readily available. And for that, I have to be readily available. It's not just direction, but it's about bringing up the engineers to turn them into management roles as well. Because I want the future leaders of tomorrow, that will be our IT leaders.
Sure, that kind of soft skills you're talking about.
It's not only the soft skills, when you find an engineer, he's the guy that wants to just sit behind a screen and continue coding, for example. And when do you actually get them to get those soft skills? And you got to merge it into them to a point of where I do something like KPIs once a month with them. And retrospectively, I basically get them to rate us as a management and leadership team as well. And one of the key things that I put in my KPIs is how they're actually doing certifications that are non-IT as well, just to grow them as an individual as well.
Oh, cool. That's kind of interesting that you're kind of ensuring that they have pursuits outside of the IT world.
100%. You have to have that because we just don't want everyone to be technical leaders, but being a greater South African, to take South Africa to greater heights. And basically just be a better person, because if we can basically start changing one person at a time, how much better if everyone was doing the same thing, because we believe in the power of Ubuntu.
Sure. We'll kind of get to kind of VIC IT's role here at OpenText Summit.
Sure.
But I saw the Mercedes badge pin on your.
So
what's the interest there?
Yeah, so Mercedes-Benz actually a global brand. One of the sponsors here today, but also one of our loyal customers. Mercedes-Benz South Africa has been our customer for the last 3 years. And, it's a very different relationship, if I call it that. But it's where, as VIC IT, like to say, we could help you. And when we say help, we really mean help. It's not just get us the next PO, etc. What Mercedes-Benz had a struggle with was trying to basically get the right partner in South Africa to assist them with some of the strategies from Germany and their head office, and we were able to be that partner for them.
Yeah, I think localization is probably something that kind of multinational companies struggle with.
100%. And that's why when we say we want to help as VIC IT, we really help.
Great stuff. So I guess your kind of role here at the OpenText Summit, firstly, let's chat about your partnership with OpenText. What does that entail?
So our role or partnership rather with Micro Focus OpenText started off back in 2018. 2017 plus minus when we did the training, onboarding, etc. But it's definitely grown us to a global footprint, whereas we as VIC IT actually deliver some global services on behalf of the likes of Micro Focus OpenText at some of the customers throughout Africa and South Africa because of our skills. The problem is we would never sell a tool or some sort of solution without us being certified in it. Why? Because when VIC IT as a whole, we sell a solution. It's not about a product set or a product sell. When the customer grows, we grow with them.
I'm sure there's also a bit of accountability as well. It comes with certification.
100%. With us, it always comes on with the point of with responsibility comes accountability. And that's why I get stuck into those trenches. When we are doing a project with a specific customer, we there with the customer at those late nights, whether it be an incident management scenario, whether they've just been breached, we can do all of those things as well.
All right, great stuff. So again, kind of your role here at the summit, what are you guys looking to achieve? What are you guys going to be engaging with?
Oh, fantastic. I love that because for me, it's all about the POs. I'm lying. I'm lying. It's about fostering those relationships. We've got some of our large customers here as well that we basically graciously invited, covered the cost for them to be here as well. One of the large retail groups as well is one of the speakers here. It's these sort of relationships that we've grown, and that specific retailer has been our customer since 2019. In the hub of COVID, for example, we were able to still get growth in our organization because fostering our relationships across our customer base.
You mentioned COVID there. I think post-pandemic things are I don't want to say coming back to normal, but there is a return to some kind of normalcy. When it comes to an event like this, is this kind of the first time you're engaging face-to-face with customers again?
No, not at all. If I think of it, especially being in the security space specifically and security industry, I have to basically try and make those times available. Even at times when people weren't back at the office, we would still meet with certain customers, whether it was online or at a coffee shop if we could, because some sort of relationships you have to continue. It's not just about the deal, but how are you as a person? I know I suffered with some of the mental fatigue as well, being an individual during COVID. You wanted to get out of the house as well. The walls are just too small, right? But that's why these sort of outlets, and we have to be there for one another, not just from an IT perspective, but be there to a point of we are there to help you as a human as well.
Sure. You kind of mentioned the human aspect there. What's VIC IT's kind of workforce looking like now? Is it a hybrid? Is it remote? What is the kind of situation?
We actually do both, and we've got a global delivery team as well. Like we said, if we do meet in the office, we try and do it at least once or twice a week, just to get everyone capable and all around the team kumbaya story.
Good stuff. I'd like to pick your brain a bit more, but I think I have to end just by asking, as far as the kind of security landscape for South Africa is concerned, what are the certifications or what are the trends that you as an organization are focusing on to get your people upskilled in?
So let's just not touch on the certifications. The largest GDP right now is hacktivism. If you take the US GDP and the West and the East combined, they don't even equate to half of the GDP of what's happening with hacktivism. So if you're not securing your environment today, you're already on the backfield.
Sure.
So there's a lot that needs to happen. And 10 years ago, a firewall and antivirus was sufficient. Nowadays, it's not.
Okay. So Prischal, I do appreciate you taking the time. Again, I know that you're very busy today. You have a lot of conversations that you want to have. And yeah, again, do appreciate
Thank you so much for your time, Robin.
Sure. Take care.